Hello and welcome to Soul Tarot by Nehal. This is going to be a reading for the period of June 2026 for the zodiac sign Leo. Please remember, this is a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you. If it resonates, take what it resonates, leave the rest. Also, all the other important links are down in the description below, so kindly do go check them out. And yes, sorry, I have been missing for a while now, but I'm back and you'll be seeing regular readings now onwards on my channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. And please do subscribe if you resonate with the reading and if you feel connected. So thank you so much and let's begin. So, I somehow definitely feel that there seems to be some peace that you have come to. You definitely feel peaceful about something in your life currently, or probably there was a lot of chaos for a while and now you seem to be at a much peaceful place. Also, I think that you are somewhere, maybe at a smaller level, but are giving starting something new or giving birth to something new. Now when I say giving birth, it could be a project that is like your brainchild. It could be anything, but birth doesn't always mean a human birth. It could be some idea that you have had for a while in your mind. You're probably trying to execute it, and probably your plans are to start with something small, but of course with time grow and do better. That is the first thing. Secondly, there is some situation that you have come to peace with is constantly what I feel, and also you are radiating that peace around you as well, which comes across to people as something very calming but joyful at the same time. So that is the beauty of it that you are having. Only one thing that I definitely will point here is that some of you may have to work on your throat chakra. Maybe there is something that you're holding on and you want to communicate or you want to express. It is not always a difficult conversation. It could just be a regular kind of expression that probably you're holding yourself back on. So that is something that you should be working on, and taking things forward in terms of communication. Also, some of you need to probably even do a little bit of a grounding before you probably communicate. So a little bit of grounding and a little bit work towards the root chakra as well, because that could probably help you move in the direction that you want to. So that's something that's coming up very, very strongly. Let's see what are the other messages coming for you for the month of June 2026. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so June, first thing first, seems to be a month of either you're planning some trip, it could be altogether to some other country. So either you're already traveling or you seem to be planning in the month of June. Second thing is that definite travel is definitely there in the month of June. Now it could be in some other city. Most likely, if it is happening like planned and execution, then it's going to be in the month of June itself. But if there is an international trip going to some other country, then possibly either you're traveling, which you may have planned somewhere around in March or April, and or you will be planning a trip to some other country in the period of June 2026. Also seems to be that you are making some decisions as well, not around travel, but in terms of your life, like which way to go, this way or that way, is also what I see happening. It could even be a thing of shifting. So if at all you're shifting your house, you're moving from one particular resident to some other residence, that could be a thing that you may be doing it. You may be moving out of your house and moving into a new house is also what I strongly feel over here. Also, some of you are looking for some sort of a clarity in terms of something that you want to understand, maybe, or you're feeling that you're not aware of the complete truth. So seems to be that communication and the clarity will be coming in the month of June for you. Again, do not hesitate to ask, to question. What I really feel is, again, when I said about the communication thing, this is where I feel over here that probably you are stopping yourself from questioning and or looking for an answer, because probably you feel that the answer may not be what you are ready to listen. uh, but that is the real answer, and if you want clarity, you will have to ask difficult questions. So that is something that I clearly feel over here. In terms of work, the thing over here is, what I see in terms of work, it could be that there may be a little bit of ups and downs, some challenges. You may even feel emotionally not that great because of the work, and the kind of probably the pressure that's bringing in. But at the end of the day, whatever you're going to be working towards, whatever work wise you're going to do, it's going to bring in positive results for you. It could even bring in such positive results that you may end up celebrating something. It could be a promotion, it could be a new job altogether. So there could be something very strong and very positively strong coming your way in terms of work. Also, at the same time, there could be something in terms of work that is ending and new thing. So it could even be a project. So if you are into a project based work in terms of your job, in your job itself, it must be like that. You can definitely have a new project coming your way, but the previous project that's getting over or that's just finished, you're going to be celebrating something out of that. So altogether, work wise, though it may feel a little hectic, a little bit of kind of like emotionally up and down kind of a situation, eventually the final outcome is going to be positive, and strongly positive, and kind of a celebratory thing. In terms of your finance, again over here, there is some sort of clarity also coming to you in terms of your finance, if there is something that you're struggling with. What I really feel also is that there could be something unexpected in a positive way, but something unexpected coming your way, or there is something that you're considering on investing on, or putting your money somewhere or something like that, and you've been thinking for a while, and you're not able to make that that you're not able to take that step, because possibly there is a uh, strong attachment to the outcome. So there could be, or there is already an attachment to something or someone, and hence you're not able to let that go and move into a different direction when it comes to your financial decisions. So possibly I would say that calculated risks are absolutely fine. You should think through. Of course, this is not a financial advice. Take professional guidance if need be, but I would definitely say that there could be a transformational step that you could take in your finance. But like I said, take professional guidance from the right people, so that you can have a positive transformation, and there's nothing to really worry. But yes, do not, like, some of you could have attachment to like spending or splurging on maybe like absolute expensive stuff, which is not like a necessity. It could be postponed for some weeks or some months, and but you're not able to, that kind of an attachment also it could be, which could actually, if you give up on that attachment, you could actually move in some real different direction when it comes to financially. So figure things out, and according to that, do the necessary thing, because financially things could really really shift in a positive manner if you make the right choices. In terms of love, romance, and relationships, seems to be that a phase is coming to an end and a new phase is beginning. So let's talk to singles first. There could be a choice, a choice that you may be making, which is obviously bringing in something new, but there is one entire phase that is coming to an end. Some of you could also be ending, something that you have been, into a relationship with someone. Maybe you are, ending it. I'm sorry, but yes, we will talk what it is going to be. I won't talk always, sugar coated things, because that's not what we are here for. So yes, some of you could actually make a choice of that, and because probably that that's not going in any direction that you are looking for, and it's just a constant fight, kind of a, like constantly you guys are having arguments and disagreements which are really going way beyond the expectations, and hence you must be like, possibly deciding to end something. Though you were very happy in it at one point, but now you clearly realize that it's getting very challenging, it's getting emotionally, it's really hampering your emotions. So that's why you may be taking a call of that sort. So yes, there could be an ending and a beginning. Single, especially, that either you've recently ended something or you've been single for a while. For you guys, it could be that you're having a challenge getting into a relationship or finding a person now, because you are like, because of your past experiences, you're not very certain about that, how you want to now go about. Also, somewhere down the line, there is a blockage that is created because of your past experiences, so that is why also you're finding it a little challenging. But yes, if you actually work on your emotions, get it right there itself, you will be able to deal with the challenge on your own, and you won't need anyone help, and you'll be at a better place. Having said that, some of you definitely have done the work, and hence you are moving in the direction that, okay, you know what, now I know this, I know better, and hence I can choose better. Hence you are like emotionally way more regulated and at a better place, and are being absolutely open to like, okay, bring it on. If there are any challenges, I'll deal with it. Also, I can handle anything, that kind of an approach. So some of you, yes, who may be planning to get into a relationship anytime soon, or you've already come across someone, this is your actual attitude to it. So that's a good place, because at the end of the day, beginnings are definitely there, and you're going like all prepared now in it. So all prepared is not like all prepared in every way. Oh, I have everything. No, not that way. It's like you're well prepared, that even if things don't work out, you will be able to handle it. That's the attitude. Moving to people who are already committed, which is either you're already dating, engaged, married. In that case, yes, y'all were having some of your struggles, but those struggles are coming to an end. There is new beginnings, there are happy moments that are coming into your life. The challenges are now way better, because way better in terms of that you're able to handle those better. I won't sugarcoat again that the challenges are over, but it's just that you are at a better place to face those challenges, and hence you seem to be moving in a, as a couple, moving in a better direction. And yes, some of you who plan to conceive, seems to be that y'all were dealing with some challenge, but that is coming to an end. It could be most likely more associated towards your emotions, so seems to be at a better place. So in every way, there seems to be a forward movement. One thing is coming to an end, and a new beginnings are happening in terms of your relationship. So there could be some important decisions also that you will be making, and while you're making these important decisions, there could be someone who could be helping you also to make the right decision. There could be discussions, in terms of, could be with friends, families, such kind of situations. There is a possibility of that. There is it's like life changing decision also is what I really feel over here. And there is something that you are carrying within you, which is like a past baggage, and hence it will be somewhere associated around it, that that whether you should be taking what as your decision. Yes, the challenges can be thing of a past, but you need to let go that baggage that you're carrying with you. So yes, there could be discussions, there is possibility of letting some baggages go. It could not be the best experiences, but it's time to release that and move into a better place. But for that, you need to let go of some decisions, some baggages. Make that decision and do what is necessary, because carrying the baggage and then doing something is going to not really bring the results in your favor. A new start is coming. So yes, a new start is coming, but always a new start always happens with something coming to an end. It could be like a promotion. Of course, if it is a promotion, you have to let the previous position go and move into the new direction. So that way, yes, new start is coming for you. Double confirmation, because I think we've already spoken about it also. So yes. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So yes, spiritually also you may be experiencing growth, but I think you are seeing growth in many ways, which again, it is going to be, because I think I spoke about growth in the, like, somewhere in middle of the reading so far. Also, again, a new start is coming. So if new start is coming, there is going to be growth, because there's going to be new learnings as well. So yes. Also here it brings me to the point where I would say that we spoke about working on your root chakra, which is also equally responsible for growth. So maybe it's again roots. So their roots are your beginnings ideally. So yes, a strong thing to work on is your root chakra. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. So yes, if you're doubting and due to that holding yourself behind, or the thing I mentioned, attached to something, comfort zone, whatever it may be, but if there is something of that sort, remember you are enough, and you know things, you have the wisdom, so take your decisions accordingly. Unleash, hold nothing back, expand into the universe. It's quite interesting. Here it talks about new start is coming, growth is happening. Here it talks about you are enough, and here that hold nothing back, expand into the universe. That's what growth is all about. New starts, new start is happening. So I think this is kind of making sense by in itself, like I don't need to explain. Let's see what are the affirmations for you. Psst. There somewhere down the line, I feel that there are too many thoughts that are going on in your mind. There are too many questions, or maybe there are just too many answers that you're looking for. Maybe it's because of it, I mean, it's coming from a very different place. So whatever it is, ground yourself is what I would say. first ground yourself, bring that calmness and peace within you, and then try to find any answers if you're looking for. I'm more at ease every day. So, yes, that is one of your, you can say, your mantra that you may need it in the month of June because, like I said, you need to ground yourself. So, this seems to be more coming from that place. I trust the timing of my life. Everything I want comes to me exactly when I need. This says something about the new beginning. This says something about, that there is something that's, kind of bothering you also at the same time in the month of June. But the answers are also around at that time. All you need to do is trust the universe. Let the answers come and be open to receiving whatever answer comes. It may not be something that you may want to listen, but let them come, because that's when you will be able to make the right decisions in your life, whether it is personal or professional life. But let it come. And for that, you need to surrender to the universe. You need to trust it. Trust the timing of your life. That is something that's very strong over here. When we act in anger, we sacrifice self control and inner peace. Today, I will transform my anger and embrace harmony. Breathe out anger, breathe in peace. We've already spoken about peace, we've already spoken about calmness. I think this all is bringing in together, and I think this is a very strong message in itself. Again, a confirmation also that there could be something that could be, leading to anger, and certain things that may not be the best. Again, like I said, the answers could not be always that, you want to hear. It could be something else, and that would probably bring some sort of an anger within you. But yes, breathe out anger, breathe in peace, because that's where you will be able to, make wiser decisions for yourself. There is some transformation coming in into your life in this period for sure. There are certain things like over here, if you see in this card very clearly, there is a dragon which is like throwing some smoke or fire out of his mouth. And I think that's what is again coming back to anger, and you have to rise above that. You have to rise above the anger. If there is someone who's trying to instigate you, you need to rise above that as well. Yes, there could be some amount of transformation that this decision and this whole situation will bring into your life in the month of June. But having said that, there is something beautiful also that will come eventually in your life. Also, some of you can probably think on the whole thing as that you're being protected, and hence, certain situations are happening a certain way in your life for the month of June. Saying what you feel will never ruin a real connection. This is getting crazy for me, because I think we just discussed about, say, I mean, communication and anger and sorry, somehow the voice got affected right now. So yeah, we were just talking in this reading about, grounding. We're talking about anger, we are talking about peace, we are feeling about calm. Again, communication, throat chakra is what we discussed. So yes, saying what you feel will never ruin a real connection. Now this can be professionally or personally, but it is so that, if you are really connected in terms of, your work, your personal life, anything, wherever there is real connection, expressing yourself, expressing your concerns will never ruin anything, because the other person is also, or other, it may be a team, whatever, the people on the opposite side will also be able to understand it, because they value the connection equally. So again, I think the last bit right now has really given you a strong message of, yes, there could be uncomfortable things, there could be uncomfortable answers, more than the uncomfortable questions, but be open to it, be open to, working on your throat chakra and expressing things and see what comes. Don't, what happens a lot of time, we don't express ourselves because we know what is going to be the outcome of it, and just out of the fear to not face that outcome, we live with it, and sometimes it doesn't be the best thing to do for our future. So it's best to, rather find your answers, rather take that chance right now. Probably it could save you, than rather, I mean, in the moment it will not feel like saving you, but in the long run you feel that this has saved me. So yes, don't, never hesitate, in communicating. Real connections truly will never get affected by honest and real conversations. You deserve relationships where you are heard, seen, and accepted exactly for who you are. This seems to be getting more, like, more serious and more crazy, because we were just talking about, it's really like, you deserve relationships where you are heard, seen, and accepted exactly for who you are. We talking about, that saying what you feel never ruins a real connection. We spoke about new beginnings, at the same time we spoke about calming, the anger, communication, throat chakra, a lot of it. So seems to be a very, very, very strong message for the Leo June 2026. Also the affirmations, like, trust the timing of your life and all of that. It's kind of bringing everything together very clearly, and a very clear message here. I'm capable and competent. So yes, you are capable of anything and everything. Do not doubt yourself, no matter what. Ask for help from others. Possibly, yes, you may need help from someone, you may need help, or maybe suggestions or guidance. Again, go to the right people. Again, somewhere down the line, I didn't wish to say person, because maybe you may need more than one person, to help you out or ask for help. So do not hesitate. It's absolutely fine, we all need help. So do not hesitate in going and asking for help or suggestions or any kind of guidance. You may want to visit different people for guidance, and it could be okay, like it could be a professional from mental health, it could be a professional from maybe relationship, because that's what also we were seeing. So maybe a relationship coach or a relationship therapist, it could be anything, and it is always wise to do that, to go to the maybe have multiple opinions. Maybe you want to go and have a practical approach from a therapist, but even another kind of an approach from, maybe from a tarot reader or something. So it could be anything, whatever you feel right. Trust your wisdom, trust your inner voice, and do what is necessary. Let's see what is the empowering message for Leo for the month of June 2026. If you've resonated, if you feel connected to the reading, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will be very, very happy to have you on my journey to grow this channel and do more of such beautiful work. Okay, connection. Meet on a soul level. Take time for some real heart to heart conversation. Share your true feelings, connect, and listen deeply and compassionately. This is insane, I feel, because again, all of it talks somewhere down the line about expressing communication, heart to heart talks. Meet at soul level is what listen deeply and compassionately. We've spoken everything, like this is like literally coming all together with this last bit especially. So I think, honestly, I feel now that it is more towards, your relationships, and there is a lot that will be happening on your personal front, and in terms of your relationships there could be a lot happening on that front. Having said that, it may not feel the best in the given moment, but it will probably make sense as it moves forward. Probably you will build a very, and always don't always tend to think on the negative side. I would say it could even be something that is not pleasant, but that could even lead to something more stronger bond. You never know. So go with an open mind, open arms, and figure out what is best. Again, everything happens for our good. So trust the universe, surrender to the universe, and you will be guided. Just be open to receiving. I hope this resonates. And if you want to share something, you can definitely drop down in the comment below anything that you would want to share with us. And until then, see you in the next reading. Bye bye.